politics at home.
So I guess the obvious question is, how do you manage politics? Mind you, you're an independent governor, and I could hear some of her submissions on the floor of the House or the Senate, and Asema, these parties have taken their MCAs. If it's Mbas, wamechukua. If it's the other party, they've taken their MCAs. So there's a party line on perhaps how she's not suited to hold this office. So she's fighting by herself,
There are stronger forces behind. And let's not lie to each other. There are stronger forces behind Kawira Mwangaza's seat. And it's not very clear. And someone said, oh, she's not the only woman governor. How come the other governors are not facing the same challenge? But I asked them a simple question. What is the politics of the other counties? What is the politics of Nakuru County? You know, what is the politics of Embu County? All these other counties that have women governors, go and look at the politics. Who are the people who are eyeing the 2027 seat? Are they the same people who Kawira is battling with? If they are the same people, then yes, we should be asking the question of why is it only Kawira? But they are not the same people. They are not the same state. They are not the same powerful people. What I mean to say is that perhaps, for instance, now, if I'm in Nairobi, if I'm eyeing women rep, we could be 5 of us lined up, but it could be 5 ministers. And in another county, it could be 5 of you lined up, but none of you hold any powerful positions. So there are so many dynamics behind it. And I don't fault, by the way, when people say impeachment should be the last resort. No. Impeachment, there are grounds for impeachment. You cannot resort to impeachment because you guys are not working together. Impeachment, there are grounds. Criminal offenses, misappropriation of funds, gross misconduct, they are grounds and they have been stipulated by the Constitution. So you cannot use impeachment as a tool to square out your political issues. So for me, it's very simple. Every time I think about this Kawira story, this is what I think. I think everyone is confident that they are speaking on behalf of Miru. The MCAs are confident. The senator is confident. The governor herself is confident she's speaking. Everyone believes their thoughts are those of the people of Meru County. So because they all are very confident in themselves, if we invoke this Article 192 and suspend the county for not more than 90 days, after which we declare the seats that are vacant as the Senate, because it is in the Constitution, then the MCAs can go and seek the fresh mandate, so that now, even as a Senate, we'll be able to say, yes, now we are dealing with the people who have been chosen by Meru County. There is no confusion, because everyone keeps saying, you know, there's confusion, you know, she might have passed because of this and that, you know, those. I mean, we saw members of parliament coming to the upper house. Senate is the upper house. We saw members of National Assembly coming there to give testimonies which really had no weight. That is how insane and sick that impeachment was, that you have all this, and I'm sorry to say, men, because it was men. I did not see any woman come out within that, let me say, setup of Meru County elected leaders. All I saw were men. Men, members of parliament from the National Assembly, men from the Senate, men from, it was men. And behind the scene, more powerful men. As well. So at the end of the day, when I looked at it, especially because I come from Kisii County. In Kisii County, you know, Meru, at least they have a woman governor who's elected. In Kisii, we don't have a female member of parliament out of the 9 constituencies. We have 1 elected member of county assembly who's a woman. And it is so difficult as a woman coming from Kisii County not to see the patriarchy in all of it. So for me, the only solution that I strongly believe, I don't think any other mediation can work. Because these are people who are sat down afterwards, the people try to talk to them. I don't believe it's going to work. I think the wounds are too deep and it's so painful and so hurtful that it is very simple. Suspend it under 192. Meru County stands suspended for 90 days. As the Senate sits down to discuss which seats need to go. And then watu waende waitishe kura, whichever the members of county assembly who will come back, let them come back, and whoever else needs to be re-elected. And then at the end of the day, you know, Governor Kivuza Kibwana, when he had a problem dealing with the members of county assembly, he himself as the governor wrote a letter. He wrote a letter saying this county needs to be suspended. We can't work as the governor. And immediately he wrote that letter. Do you know that I think the leaders of that county realized, okay, we are all good.